Hello everyone, let us start the discussion for today's newspaper, that is 29th of October 2016. The first Indian Express article here is titled as Why Maldives has left the Commonwealth. Now you must know that Maldives is a grouping of former colonies that were controlled by the Britain. And most recently Maldives have expressed concerns, and due to its concern it has left the Commonwealth. Now we don't have to dwell much into the details about what are the internal conflicts and what are the dialogues that took place between Commonwealth and Maldives due to which it left. However, we must look at the macro view about how these groupings works, and what should be the plan of action of any grouping such as to serve the interest of its members. First of all, any partnership or alliance is based on mutual respect and understanding. Now, in the case of Maldives, Maldives is a small island state, and its democracy has recently evolved. Sorry, it has been recently evolved into a democracy. So, first of all, why did Maldives left? So the prime reason is the country's efforts towards a Commonwealth largely got unnoticed. The Commonwealth Secretariat targeted Maldives to some unfair scrutiny and failed to understand the dynamics of politics in this small island state. It has constantly accused Maldives of being a violator of human rights, of not upholding its democratic institutions. So instead of playing a developing role in Maldives' evolving democracy, it should have strengthened its democratic process. Instead, what the Commonwealth Ministerial Action Group, also known as CMAG, did was allowed itself to be drawn into internal politics of a country. Now, no country would want its internal situation that is to compromise on its sovereignty. The basic principle of the Commonwealth is recognizing the its member states as independent and sovereign state. So drawing itself into the internal politics of a country was certainly not which was acceptable for Maldives. And the larger implications of all this is that there were a lot of questions and uncertainties that the CMAG generated in the political environment, and this has deeply damaged the Maldivian economy because of loss of several investments and project financing opportunity due to the portraying of Maldivian economy in a sorrow state by the Commonwealth. Now, what lessons can we learn from this? You can say that democracy is not a one size fits all option that can be transferred from any one country to another. Democracy is something that evolves over time and molds itself with ethnic socio-political fabric of the country. So the Commonwealth should have recognized this, that democracy is still evolving in Maldives, especially a country like Maldives in which there is 100% education coverage. More than 50% of such literate population is associated with some or the other political parties. We can't really expect the citizens to be ill informed about any institution. So excessive interference into the internal politics of a country has costed Commonwealth to lose Maldives. This is what the author argues. Now the next article here is titled as The Case of Creative Destruction, and it deals with the recent report released by the World Bank titled as Doing Business 2017 Equal Opportunities for All. So first of all, you must remember that the name, because a lot of time in prelims the question is asked about which report is released by which institution and what is the title. So you must remember, first of all, World Bank has released a report called Doing Business 2017, and it is titled as Equal Opportunities for All. Now, before reading any news or any article, you must scrutinize how are you gonna use that news or article in your answer writing or in prelims. So first of all, any such reports is going to take different parameters for its evaluation. Now the point here is that India has moved from 131st position to 130 position in a ranking of 190 countries. So there are different parameters on which India is has been judged. You must remember all this so that you can frame an answer whenever it is asked about how are you how should we improve the ease of doing business in India, and so on and so forth. So first pointer is getting electricity. India has significantly made good progress in this parameter, and the author argues that it is mainly due to the privatization of distribution of electricity in Delhi and Mumbai. The second is enforcing contracts. Other than this, registering property, trading across borders. Now, this trading across borders can be made a very good point. With the recent Brexit, Greece crisis, and China indulging in a devaluation of currency, all these things have made countries to look inward. What are they doing? Is that cutting off the ties with reducing the ties with another countries, and depending more on indigenous production. So again, trading across borders is one of the enabler of ease of doing business. However, it is degrading not only in case of India but in most of the countries. Other than this, resolving insolvency is one of the major challenges of that India is facing here. The recent insolvency and bankruptcy code. Now you must know about this insolvency and bankruptcy code. What is this? It has different provision. Do read them. Other than this, construction permits, and other than the most important here is getting credit for financing different projects. Now the situation of non-performing assets, that is NPAs, is worsening in India, and due to this, the getting credit has been becoming more and more difficult for entrepreneurs. So even this has affected our ease of doing business. Other than this, paying taxes, protecting minority investors also constitute one of the major parameters of this report. That's what is written here. Now the next article here is deals with the throwing away soft power. So the author is a Pakistani writer, and in which he has argued that there is something called soft power. Now, what is soft power? The Indian with its Bollywood industry has significantly earned its soft power, especially in Pakistan, in Europe, and Indian soap serials, Indian movies are popular all over the world. So this kind of power that India exercises is known as soft power. By banning Pakistani artists, what the author argues is that India is throwing away soft power. He says that even Pakistan has banned Indian movies, and due to this, many of the theaters in Pakistan have only been reduced to some kind of uh, shopping complexes and so on and so forth. So he argues that banning all those artists has is more detrimental for India rather than enabling its rather than increasing its solidarity. That's what the author argues. Now here the next article is be titled as "Be Alarmed," in which the WWF has talks about the decline in animal numbers. Now you don't have to dwell into this because this is a very mainstream article that has been written. The only thing you must remember here is that the WWF has released the Living Planet Report 2016. Other than this article I don't think consists of much significance, because it is quite a generalist that you may find in any environment book, that is animal production is decreasing, cyclones are floods, WWF report 1.6 times the earth sustain world animals population, current level of consumption, etc., so on and so forth. I couldn't find much important articles in today's newspaper. So happy Diwali, and thank you for watching.